What's up, y'all? It's Angel, the Queer Millennial. I just got off of work and walked Buddha, and I need a snack before I go to sleep. But while I'm snacking, I wanted to tell you guys, in the past week, like the past 3 days that I've been working, I've encountered here's Buddha. I have encountered 3 different people who have told me that they're freaking tired and burnt out and stressed, and 3 different people, pharmacists and technicians, and they're telling me about other people who are feeling also the same way. And so, it's not. And, at first I thought it was just me. I thought I was just being an ungrateful little shit that is taking things for granted, right? I think sometimes when you stay in a place for a while, you get used to it and you get comfortable. You kind of feel like you own the place. I don't know, not like you own the place, but you kind of feel like you're kind of a little bit entitled, But I thought I was getting a little too comfortable and getting entitled and feeling I deserve this. I deserve more pay. I deserve, a better schedule. I deserve better working conditions. Blah, 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 blah. I thought I was just being, ungrateful, but I thought it was just me and that I had an attitude problem, but it's definitely not just me. And now I'm realizing, and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better knowing that it's not just me. I'm not going crazy. Everybody's feeling the same way. And that there is something wrong with the system. There's not something wrong with me. There's something wrong with the system. And yeah. And I don't know, I talked to 2 other coworkers. I mentioned that I guess she noticed that I was gone for a week or whatever. And she asked me if I went on a trip, and I was like, yeah, I went, I went to San Diego and I went surfing, and I kind of got a concussion, and I don't know, San Diego was nice. And she told me that, she at one point wanted to move to San Diego, but she didn't. And she's like, you're young, you can do anything you want. And she was like, I'm old now, nobody's gonna hire me. And I was like, well, that's ageist, and that's not right, and that's illegal. But, people be doing illegal shit, you know what I mean? Ageism exists as much as you want it to not exist. And I was like, damn, okay. This is what she's saying when she's, I don't know, maybe 40, 50, something like that. And then when I was walking out, after my shift to my car, I ran into another coworker who we got talking about she was also feeling burnt out, and she was, and then so we were talking about for 15 minutes after, just standing in the hallway chatting for 15 minutes. And if you know me, as soon as the earliest time I can clock out, I'm freaking clocking out and running to my car. And as soon as I get in my car, I start the car and I freaking leave work, okay? But today, I stayed standing in the hallway of a parking toward the parking garage and talked to my coworker for 15 minutes about this. And at the end, we talked about a bunch of stuff. And at the end, I was like, well, like, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm like, yeah, clearly, like, things are wrong. You know, she was, like, going off on, like, things that could be better, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, basically talking about, like, what things are wrong. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I agree with you. But what are you gonna do? You're just gonna, like, stay here and just keep working here? And she's like, well, where am I gonna go? You know? And I'm like, it's true. Like, if I were gonna, and she was like, unless I change my career. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. Like, where are you gonna go? There's not really anywhere to go else to go. Unless you change careers. You know, my coworker, I think she has a job. She has kids, and maybe she's like in her late 30s or 40s. I'm unsure, but what I'm saying is, I think when you get older, it's harder to break out of things. It's harder to have the mindset that, you know, you can change your situation, right? Like, my coworker who's older and thinks that, you know, she has to stay here because nobody else is gonna hire her. And my coworker who feels like she can't go anywhere unless she changes her career. And like, how are you gonna change your career when you have kids and a mortgage? You know what I mean? It's rough. And so, I don't know. My 20s are almost over. And one day I'm gonna be like them. And I feel like this is like my last chance to pivot my life into a new direction. A new direction that's gonna give me a better work-life balance and a better schedule, more flexibility, better compensation, and I gotta do it. I gotta do it before, before I'm freaking old and develop a mindset that I can't change my circumstances anymore. So yeah, that's my rant. That is what my takeaway is from this week at work. I'm tired. I'm gonna go sleep now. So thanks for listening. I love you. Goodbye.